How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's matchup between Hamilton Southeastern Royals and Westfield Shamrocks girls soccer. This should be a pretty good game tonight. The Royals 10 and 1, 4 and 0 in the conference, and they're wearing pink for breast cancer awareness. As the field is painted, and they're looking ready to go. The starters for the Royals tonight: in goal, Abby Jenkins. Defense, Bella Bankovic. The midfielders, Maddie Belliver, Olivia Smith, and Emily Ellis. Uh, Another defender, Lydia Self. Forward, Izzy Wallace. Defender, Bree Strauss. Defender, Izzy Johnson. And midfielder, Meredith Webster.
And starting for the Westfield Shamrocks, we have Sydney Payne in goal with Madison Niehaus, Addison Cash, Caitlin Hewitt, Allison Bullock, Lauren McDonald, Kristen Kratz, Lauren Hamlet, Quinn Seaver, Amaya Sprunger, and Lauren Sokup.
You guys want HSE starting lineup?
Tonight's broadcast in Southeastern Sport Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this fall. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all three sports seasons this year for SSN.
Rock and roll, Royals.
So I would say major keys to the game tonight. Major keys of the game tonight for the Lady Royals are going to have to be obviously get a quick goal early. That's what I said last time for the boys game, but if you can get the goal early to set the tempo and dictate it from where you're going into a game, you're thinking you need to get the goal early, but if you can change it from 0-0 to 1-0, it changes the whole mindset of the team and how you can push for maybe another goal, or you could sit back a little bit more knowing that you've at least got one past the goalie, think you could beat him again. And the other key is obviously play sound defense. This isn't a terrible Westfield team, even though they're 6-4 on the year. Some may write them off, seeing that they're also 1-3 in conference play. But if Westfield could get one look, that may be the one goal that they need all night to maybe push for this victory. So if the Royals just play sound defense, they could come away with the victory.
Number 19, Lauren McDonald for Westfield will kick off the game, and in just a moment we should get started. She plays it back. A good fight for ball at midfield, and the Shamrocks gain possession. But the strong defensive line with Lydia Self regains possession for the Royals. Start the game off. I don't think this is exactly how the Royals expected to start. The Shamrocks are applying some serious pressure, even though they really haven't gotten past the back line.
I mean, yeah, I would go off with what you just said. You would expect the Lady Royals probably expected to at least get the possession up until about now, even though we're roughly about a minute in. They could have maybe thought they could have been pushing early already within the first couple of minutes of this game, but now they got to throw in. Let's see what they can do. It's a fantastic switch out wide.
The Royals recently, especially this last year, have done a phenomenal job of keeping possession and pushing forward at the right times, and it's shown right now as they're going to get a good look on goal. They recover. A shot, just wide.
Izzy Wallace in the middle almost had a chance there as that ball just popped right to her. She just couldn't get enough of a clean hit on it, and also took a deflection off that defender, but she could have very easily made a 1-0 to the Lady Royals early on.
And that shot by Olivia Smith, just wide right, as she got a good foot on it, just not on cage.
Yeah, it's going to be another throw-in for the Shamrocks here. Taken by number 23, Lauren Hamlet.
Royals regain possession. Back to Lydia Self. And the Royals gain possession in the middle of the field. Good ball up to Izzy Wallace, and good save by the goalie.
Yeah, she just got there a little bit later. If she was on early, she could have easily just tapped it past the keeper.
Good look, though. That's what the Royals are really looking for early in the game, is to get good shots and good opportunities like that. Royals back line doing a good job regaining possession as they swing it out wide to Maddie Belliver.
Just out of play there. Layla Brown just couldn't keep it in, but it'll be another throw in for the Shamrocks as it looks like it was knocked out of play by Westfield. It will be HSE possession. And a throw in here for number 22, Izzy Johnson.
Good job switching the field by the Royals as they push up and look to attack. Izzy Wallace
Webster
gets out in
with
front.
The ball in behind, but it's going to be offsides just barely.
I don't know about that call. I thought she was onside.
Yeah, she looked completely dead even with the last defender there.
Izzy's doing a good job getting behind that back line of Westfield and really putting the pressure on the goalie to make big plays, but they just unfortunately haven't been able to knock one in yet.
I mean, they've had the early chances. They've obviously, after that first minute, they've completely started controlling the possession here. Westfield's only gotten it a few times up past midfield, but if the Lady Royals keep this up, they'll surely get a goal in before, I would say at least before we're 10 minutes in.
And foul on the Royals gives Westfield a possession around midfield. Quickly taken by the Shamrocks. And just over that right back line as the Royals regain possession.
Fantastic
a good move by Meredith
dribbling
Webster.
Move right there by Meredith Webster.
Up to Izzy Wallace. A good ball. Yeah. That was offsides by the
Layla
Royals.
Brown was off, I would say. She was a good couple feet ahead of that last defender, but Izzy looked wide out there to, I believe, number 10, Maddie Belliver. She was easily on sides, and they could have looked for a cross into the back post, possibly.
And Meredith Webster fighting for possession. Does not win it. Izzy Wallace regaining possession for the Royals as Layla Brown gets out ahead of her defender. And a great play by the goalie to come up. That is Sydney Payne doing a good job recognizing that she needed to come up there and make the play.
Yeah, obviously as a goalkeeper, you got to make sure if you go off your line, you better 100% win that ball, and she made sure that she won that ball, because if you get beat possibly in that scenario, that's an easy goal for any striker or forward up top.
And a good ball, number 38, who is Amaya Sprunger, as she just didn't really have anything there. She had 3 Royals on her. She's had to play it back. Shamrocks looking to re-attack here. But the Royals do a good job of regaining position as they can counter-attack here. Meredith just a little behind Layla Brown. The girls are looking very physical early in this game, and I think that if they continue to keep up the physicality, it's going to be hard for the Westfield Shamrocks to keep up with that.
I'd say so. I mean, you've already seen it's number 12, Emily Ellis. She's gone in hard a couple of times on some of her challenges, and if she can set the tempo physically, then she may be able to win any 50-50 ball that goes in her way.
Shamrocks give away a possession there. Oh, and it's
pass there by Ellis.
And once again, the Royals backline does a good job of regaining possession as they give it up right away. Layla Brown winning possession.
Got her through. And she kind of had it caught under her foot, but if she's able to play that ball to Wallace earlier, I think Izzy Wallace is probably through on goal for easily the best chance of the game.
Izzy Wallace gets behind her defender. A couple of moves, and the ball is taken away. And the Shamrocks have had a couple good long balls to the middle of the field, which has kind of scared this Royal strong back line, and they've had some good looks. They just haven't been able to really maintain possession for that long. And that is offsides on the Shamrocks.
Yeah, she was just only a couple feet ahead, but still probably one of the better looks already for the Shamrocks. But let's see if the Royals can tighten up the back line, try to prevent that. Like you said, number 38, I think, was Amaya Sprunger. She's gotten the ball a couple of times as a target man, I would say, for the Shamrocks, or however you want to put it. But if they can keep dictating their offense around here, they may be able to get a few chances and possibly put one in the net.
And the ball just bouncing back and forth in the middle of the field. No one really has had that crazy look yet, even though both sides have done a good job attacking the middle and putting pressure on the opponent's defenses. Playing it out wide. Up to Layla Brown. She's going to take her time. She's going to play it down the right side up to Maddie Belliver. And she is going to just not really get a good foot on it.
Fantastic defense there by Quinn Seaver of Westfield, number 30, as she was able to close down and not even force a decent cross out, as she was able to knock the ball basically right back to her keeper with an easy defense.
And the Royals gain possession in the middle of the field. Up to Layla Brown. And she unfortunately loses possession of the soccer ball. Back line for the Royals, just knocking it around, trying to keep possession, and they're doing a good job of it. As if Izzy Wallace can beat her defender. Looks,
maybe could have been a foul there.
yeah, it looks a
like
little
a bit
physical.
of a bump, but it's going to be a goal kick for the Shamrocks instead.
Sydney Payne with the goal kick. Meredith Webster with a head to Layla Brown. She brings it out wide to Kirsten Katz, and a good ball, and
Wow.
Izzy Wallace just can't get the volley quite right as she skies it over the goal, unfortunately.
That's a fantastic one-touch cross, which is very difficult to do, right there from Izzy Johnson. She was able to play it with just enough of an arc on it to where she puts just enough drive where it's going to go back towards Izzy rather than fall short for Layla. It also puts more of a little bit of a curl on it. That way it doesn't even get close to a center back, but Izzy just couldn't get enough of a good touch on it and just went over the bar.
And the Shamrocks are going to clear it out of their box as the Royals are going to regain possession and try to re-attack here. And out on the Royals, so it should be a Westfield throw-in, and they're going to get it out quick. Going to try that long ball past the back line again. It just isn't going to quite work out. As Izzy Johnson regains possession and moves the ball up the right side, but unfortunately kicks it out of bounds. Good little one-on-one battle on the near side of the field. Good job by the back line, not letting the ball get past them. Meredith Webster on the counter attack, bringing the ball up the field to Izzy Wallace. Good move. One more.
Oh. Wow.
Center, and just off the goalie.
Just couldn't center that enough right there, but fantastic work. Even though it was a pretty simple move, but just quick little dribble feints right there. We're just able to get past those two defenders and set up easily the best chance of the game so far from either team. Ellis here with a good ball in behind, looking for Webster. Just going to try and look to reset here.
Should be a Westfield throw-in as the Royals look to set up on defense and get this possession back. Lydia Self to Izzy Wallace, and just a little miscommunication there between Izzy and Meredith. Unfortunately, it leads to a turnover, but the Royals are able to regain
Shame
possession.
for a little bit of a flick-on pass there to Meredith, who looked like she was going to make a run in behind, but just couldn't get enough of a touch on it.
And then
wow.
a good shot and an even better save.
Fantastic shot by Bella Dankovic, but
Sydney Payne with a great save.
Maddie Belliver just hit the defender instead of getting it up towards the goalkeeper, but I don't know if she meant to shot that in the first place. She may have looked across, but keeper did enough to where she was able to hit onto the bar, but it was a good chance there for the Royals as they had two decent shots out of that.
And the Royals look to re-attack once again. to Izzy Wallace. A great move by Izzy Wallace as she's in the box. And a good tackle by the defender. Maybe a little contact, but she got ball, so I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, let's see what the Royals can do here. First corner kick of the game. See what Coach Greg Davidson's going to throw at them.
If you don't really watch a lot of soccer, set pieces are a very key part of the game. It's where most of the goals are scored, and it's a great opportunity for the Royals here as they have their first corner kick of the game.
I won't say most of the goals, but if you're a team who struggles to get goals offensively, this is one thing you can definitely get most of your opportunities from. But Maddie Belver just couldn't get enough on that to direct it towards the middle as it went straight to the goalkeeper, who distributes out wide for the Westfield to try and build a quick counterattack.
Royals doing a good job moving the rock. Lydia Self in the middle of the field. Out wide. And a long ball to the center.
Oh, almost slipped through there as Izzy Wallace looked like she left that for Layla Brown, thinking that she would be able to get onto the end of it, but just skipped past both of them. But it still will be a Royals corner kick.
Royals rushing into the box and cleared out by the Shamrocks.
As it looks like it's out for another corner kick. Could have had a chance there with the ball. It looked like it slipped through the keeper's hands and maybe could have gone on the end of it, but it'll still be another chance for the Royals here. As they look to play short to Izzy Johnson. Low cross in, but just can't find anyone. Good work there by Bella Bankovic just to knock it out at least off the Westfield player for the Royals to keep possession near their midfield. But for the Royals, number 2, Ashley Wilson, and number 15, Ava Marquardt check in for Layla Brown and Meredith Webster.
And as both teams are making subs, we just want to take a quick break. Big thanks again to Sky Zone Fishers for their sponsorship of Southeastern Sports Network this year. The Royals knock it back to Lydia. Out wide on that far side. And a turnover by the Royals, which results in a goal kick.
Into the game for the Shamrocks, number 8, Chloe Ispin.
That is Chloe Ispin coming in for the Shamrocks for Madison Nyas. Goal kick for the Shamrocks. Royals doing a good job putting a lot of pressure on the backs of the Shamrocks players and getting possession quickly off these goal kicks. That ball is cleared out by the Shamrocks, and Royals regain possession in the back. It's Maddie Bellifer knocking it back to Izzy Johnson. Izzy Johnson playing it forward to Ashley Wilson. Ashley Wilson kind of running it across the field. Pushes it out wide. Izzy Wallace making a good run. Good move. And just outside.
It's going to be knocked out for a corner kick,
Corner
though.
Royals.
Maybe it could have been a goal kick. Looked like Wallace knocked it out last, but They'll definitely take another corner kick opportunity here, as this has easily been, I think this is their 4th of the game so far, which is not too bad for inside the first 20 minutes. It just shows that you're at least getting chances already to start off with.
Ball is sent into the box, and goalie does a good job of punching that one out. Sydney Payne getting a fist on that ball. She's done a good job of holding her own. The Royals having some very good opportunities right on the edge of the goal.
Yeah, if she doesn't get to that ball right there, Lydia Self is easily just right behind her, able to knock that in for easily the first goal of the game. But they got another chance here. Let's see what they can do.
Ball sent in. And Izzy Wallace gets on it, but unfortunately can't direct it into the goal.
It'll be knocked out. It's out for a goal kick.
Shamrocks once again survive some pressure and good looks from the Royals. Royals just unable to put one in the back of the net early in this game.
When you've got 5 corner kicks in the first 20 minutes of the game, that just shows you're at least getting the chances that you want to create, but they just haven't gotten that one to at least get in the net to start off with.
Ball up to Izzy Wallace. She tries to make something happen. Beats one, beats two, and a shot. A good save.
It, and it's a goal. Fantastic work by Wallace to at least just create some sort of separation to get a shot off. As looks like Ashley Wilson got on the end of it to make it 1-0 for the Lady Royals.
And that was just a good time. Right place, right time for the Lady Royals. As the missed opportunity by Izzy Wallace is backed up by Ashley Wilson.
Who saw the pink smoke? That was special.
Shamrocks really under some pressure now after that goal by the Royals to try to even it up here early.
Ball in from Bankovic, looking for someone, but just looked like Wallace maybe could have gotten there. She continued her run, but it was Wilson who at least applied the pressure, but it was easily collected for the goalkeeper of Westfield.
Possession regained by the Shamrocks, knocking it around in the middle. Shamrocks are really trying to find Amelia Sprunger in the middle of the field just with long balls, but the Royals aren't letting that ball get through anytime soon. A little give and go, unfortunately, a little too much, and that ball is kicked out of bounds for Royals.
We do have
Royals
substitutions checking in for the Royals. Number 6, Caitlin Wallace, and number 17, Lauren Ellinger.
Into the game for your Royals,
For
6, Caitlin Wallace.
Number 10, Maddie
Number
Belliver,
17,
and number 12,
Lauren
Emily Ellis.
Ellinger.
Royals push it up to Izzy Wallace.
Look for the knockback there to number 11, Olivia Smith, seeing if they could maybe push off the counter there, but we got a chance to miss pass there from Ellinger. She had both Wallace and Wilson through there, but she just played in between both of them rather than picking for one of the targets.
Shamrocks switch the field a little bit. So they try to get a look. Pretty good move, and Izzy Johnson doing a good job clearing out the box and having the Shamrocks reset on their attempt.
Another substitution here. We have number 41, Kirsten Cobb, checking in for Westfield for, looks like
Into the
number
game for the Shamrocks,
number 18,
41,
Allison
Kirsten
Bullock.
Cobb.
Shamrocks throwing. Dribbling in the middle, a shot way off the mark from Amelia Sprunger. And she's really had all the looks for the Shamrocks. No one has really showed anything else for them. And they're struggling to really get the looks that they want, and you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell she's already been the focal point of the offense. They're trying to dictate everything through her, but she wants to try and get a shot off there. She's going to make sure she gets that clean connection, but she just couldn't at that point. Knocked out for a goal kick for Abby Jenkins.
Royals get the ball in the middle. Fortunately, pass it right to the Shamrocks, and then they regain possession. Swings it out wide to Izzy Johnson. Down this right side. And knocked back to Lydia Self. A little give and go. As the Royals try to swing the field. Try to get a new look from this Shamrocks defense. A ball inside and just wide.
Yeah, that ball just missed the footer. Just any part of Ashley Wilson right there for her to knock it in. But another good chance there for the Royals. But got number 24, Emma Dalton, and number 5, Ella Wolf, checking in for number 22, Izzy Johnson, and number 4, Bella Bankovich.
Goal kick for the Shamrocks. Right to the Royals. Up to Izzy Wallace. Can she get there? And knocked out of bounds. It should be. And that looks like a corner to me, but the referee called it a goal kick. And Westfield will have an opportunity to move the ball up the field here. Shamrocks just kind of knocking around the middle, trying to hold possession here, looking for their opportunity. Just as I say that, try to force one up the middle of the field. And the Royals throw in.
Good work there, right there by Ella Wolf, I think, because she was able to keep it a little bit physical and then able to win a throw in there for the Royals, as they have another one here up by their attacking through. Let's see what they can do.
Ashley Wilson with just a little bit of a mistouch there. She knocked the ball out of bounds. And the Royals get the ball right back for a quick throw in to Izzy Wallace. Switches the field, unfortunately bounces over Ava Marquette's head, not hat, I apologize. Good ball, Izzy Wallace, just couldn't get a foot on it in time.
Not that bad of a ball right there by Emma Dalton, as she was just looking for, like you just said, looking for Wallace. Maybe she could have gotten a touch on it to create a chance, but
Lydia Self switching the field, and just too much as that ball goes out of the bounds for the Shamrocks. Substitution for the Shamrocks.
Number 18,
Allison Bullock
Bullock.
comes in for Maya Sprunger.
Yeah, let's see what the Shamrocks can do as their focal point of the attack so far is off with just a little over 10 minutes left. Let's see how they push on the attack now with her out of the game.
Lydia South getting a foot on the ball. Fortunately, possession regained by the Shamrocks as that ball should be corralled by Abby Jenkins.
The first time I think this half she's had to pick up the ball in her box. I mean, she's had a few goal kicks, but that's the first time she's had to go for a save on the ball.
And that ball just didn't have enough juice on it for Izzy Wallace, so she had to look there. Lydia doing a good job contesting there, knocking the ball out. Royals throw in. Ooh. I apologize.
That looked like that went off the Westfield attacker right there, as Lydia clearly knocked it off of her. But let's see if they can at least make a defensive stop, so that way it didn't really matter in the end.
Good defensive stop by Emma Dalton, and as she is fouled. Just maybe a little accident there, a little trip up, nothing too crazy. Lydia Self, a ball to the middle. And a ball to Izzy Wallace.
Wow, that was a nice little dribble move right there by Olivia Smith in the middle to try and just create as much space as she can to get that ball off, and it almost got through to Wallace for another Royals opportunity.
And that ball just wasn't really directed at anybody, or at least the forwards weren't ready for it, as it goes right to the goalie. She punts the ball to the middle of the field. Royals regain possession. Swing it to this near side to Ava Markard.
Good double team right there by Wilson and Marcourt, as they were able to at least just force another throw in for the Shamrocks.
Maybe a little contact there. Ref thought it was clean.
I mean, it obviously looked like a bit of contact, but ref is saying that she got all of the ball before she even hit the opposing player. So
Ball to the near side to
Ava.
Ava.
Going to call the foul, but Wilson looking to just keep it in.
Ashley Wilson.
Has to drop off to Dalton. Looks for a cross. Slips past Wallace.
Shot. Oh,
Finds
and a
the head of
header.
Wallace again, and it's another goal.
Izzy Wallace with that great header. Just the side netting there.
Izzy Wallace from Caitlin Wallace.
Izzy Wallace actually committed to Xavier as a junior.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And you can see why Xavier offered her a scholarship right there. She had a nice little play to kind of set it up towards the back post to Caitlin Wallace and then get on the end of it herself to make it 2-0 for the Lady Royals.
After that Royals goal, I'd just like to say Southeastern Sports Network is made possible this year by Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street. Check out their hours at skyzone.com/Fishers.
We have Ashlyn Wilson checking in now for the Lady Royals. Let's see what they can do. They've got 8 minutes left in the half. They may push for another goal to make it 3-0 and try and close out the game as early as possible.
Yeah, 8 minutes left in this half. The Royals have looked very dominant on both sides of the ball. And they're going to keep pushing, try to put one in here before halftime. Ball in. Swings it out wide.
A chance here with Marcourt.
And
Just couldn't get past that one defender. If she did, she could have easily gotten a chance right there for the Royals.
that was Allison Bullock. And just kind of a touch to nowhere there as she gives up possession. She had a good opportunity there, but just couldn't make anything happen. Emma Dalton in the back. to Ava. As Westfield will knock it around the back here for a little bit. Izzy Wallace with the foot on the ball. Gives it up, but the Royals do regain possession. Ball moves to the far side of the field as and a nifty
Chance
little
here
touch
for the
there.
Shamrocks, but Lady Self with a good clearance as they looked like they could have pushed there for a late opportunity in this half, but good clearance there, right there by Lydia Self to just get rid of it.
Shamrocks trying to get a late goal in here to try to close this gap before the end of the half. Emma Dalton trying to make something happen, trying to get the possession back for the Royals. It's Lydia Self clearing the ball up to Izzy Wallace. Izzy Wallace trying to make something happen. A shot
With the shot
and a goal. Wow. Izzy Wallace with the unassisted goal from, I'd say, about 25 yards out. What do you think, K-Peck?
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive shot. She kind of did that on their own after that. She got a little pass in the middle from Caitlin Wallace, and when she's going after the defender like that, the defender has got to step up, and as you can tell, they didn't step up, and they obviously are going to regret that one. As if they kept it at 2-0, they could have maybe gotten one and make it 2-1, which would change the halftime talk, but now with it being 3-0, you would think they have to push for a goal now.
Royals extend their lead to 3-0 before the end of the half. Dominating Westfield on both sides of the ball. This is why this team is regarded as many as the best in the state.
I mean, coaches poll has them at #1 in state that are even up in top 5 in the nation, which is not too bad of an honor, but you can just tell, I mean, this team is sound on both aspects of the game, really all, whether it's defense, goalkeeping, and also up in the attack. The midfield's strong, and there's a lot of depth with this team. This team could go far into the state.
Shamrocks try to make something happen on the far side of the field. And that is a corner kick for the Shamrocks. This could be a good opportunity for the Shamrocks to get a ball into the box. They haven't really had any opportunities so far in the game. This corner will be taken by Madison Nijhaas. She sends the ball into the box. And they score.
Somehow slipped in there.
The Shamrocks score, and
It's like it went in for number 39, I think. Lauren Sokup. She just got enough of a touch on it, and sometimes that's all you need to get a goal. And, I mean,
maybe a little bit of a lucky bounce there. Just kind of a loss of commotion. But like I said, if you don't get many opportunities in a game, set pieces and corner kicks are great opportunities to put one in, and Shamrocks did exactly that.
Number 18, Allison Bullock.
actually went in for Allison Bull, excuse me. But, I mean, it was obviously just enough of a touch to just get it past the keeper, and sometimes that's all you need on a corner kick, especially if it can deflect on in. But we'll see what Coach Davison does here with, he's only got 4 minutes left in the half, whether he chooses to sit back and try and just keep the 2-goal lead, or if he wants to get that back to a 3-goal lead.
Royals swing the field, try to get one. A good touch. Ava keeps the ball in bounds. Not for long. Westfield has a throw in.
Yeah, just keep it in bounds far enough as it went, as he basically knocked it back out of play for Shamrock's throw in. But Royals do regain possession here with Emma Dalton. Let's see what they can do, as they have another throw in the attacking third.
Royals here up 3-1, still looking very aggressive, not holding back whatsoever. As they get, ooh, and that volley is just a little high.
Yeah, she was going for basically like probably the best goal of her career right there with a little flick up and the volley. I don't think she was even looking at the goal itself when she took that shot, but as we've already seen with Wallace hitting that decent long shot outside the box earlier, any goal could go in for the Royals tonight. Seems like anything they hit has a chance to just go in the net.
And the Royals knocking the ball around. Emma Dalton working one-on-one. Loses possession. Westfield throw in here on the near side of the field. Emma Dalton. Emma Dalton with the help of Emily Ellis win the ball back for the Royals. And I don't really know what the foul was on that, but the ball was awarded to
Looked like
Westfield.
Ashlyn Freeman, number 3, there just bumped him a little bit. But Royals still regain possession here. Almost break out in the counterattack right there, but still got a chance.
Ball is kicked out of bounds by Westfield. Royals throw it around midfield.
Just 2 minutes left in the half. Let's see what the Lady Royals do here. Could get a couple of chances right before the half, or they may just take the 2-goal lead, as I said earlier. They got a chance here with this throw-in, though, to at least maybe push and maybe create another corner kick, as they've done so many times so far.
Ashlyn Freeman has had a couple good looks up front. Just unable to put one in. Her with the ball now. Bringing it out wide. Emma Dalton. And that is Lydia Self clearing the ball, pushing it up. One minute remaining in this in the first half. I apologize.
Chance here as the ball pops out to Ashlyn Wilson with the pass back to Ellinger.
Ava, good one touch. Just make something happen. And good job by the Westfield back line.
You could somewhat tell, but she was trying to just force it a little bit onto the right foot. And, I mean, if she can just get that pass off with her left, she may be able to find the foot of, I think it was Wilson or Freeman. One of them was in the box. And it could have been the last chance of the half for the Royals.
Lydia Self doing a good job maintaining possession for the Royals. That ball is up to Ava. Ashlyn fighting for that ball.
10,
But kicked out of
9,
bounds
8,
as
7, 6,
the half winds down.
They'll rush to see if they can get just something in, but
2, 1.
they'll gladly take going into the
The
half up
halftime
3-1.
score is your Lady Royals 3,
with
the Westfield
2 goals from Izzy Wallace and 1 from Ashlyn Wilson, and then the lone goal from Westfield coming from Allison Bullock.
The baked goods
And as we go into halftime, we would just like to, again, on behalf of Southeastern Sports Network, we are made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in with them this fall. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street. Remind you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN.
We will be back shortly.
And we're back. I'd like to start the second half off with a word from our sponsors. Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this fall. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street. Reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who's sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sporting events this year for SSN. Royals will start this half with the ball as the teams switch sides.
This will be a big half for the Royals. They may just look to get 1 or 2 and then try and sit back the rest of the way. They may go full guns a-blazing and go all try and score as many as they can, but I would just assume they may get 1 or 2 and then just sit back and seek the game out possession-wise. But we'll see what happens. This will be an interesting second half, to say the least.
The Royals are coming out with a new set, actually, it looks like, with 3 in the back instead of 4 in the back.
No, I think that's just looks like it's just been the same starting lineup again with the 4 in the middle.
Royals play it back to our goalie.
Looks like Shelby Schechter is checked into the game for Abby Jenkins.
Shamrocks looking to put one in early the second half, try to battle back, but of course this Royals defense is very strong as Meredith Webster brings up this near side of the field. Good move to the middle.
Just trying to find some options. Only has a couple right now, but
Trying to find some
gets
space.
through one.
And
Just
unfortunately,
can't get that ball out wide, though.
Bree Strauss, Lydia Self, last line of defense, does a good job forcing the Westfield attacker
Still with
outside.
a chance. Oh, almost a
And
chance there for the Shamrocks. They could have put something on it, but if they got a clean connection on that shot, that easily could have made it 3-2 and then would have changed the entire end of this entire game.
Goal kick for the Shamrocks. Still battling for it. Possession won initially by the Royals, and it looks like they're going to maintain it. And a good ball up to Izzy Wallace as the goalie comes off her line. Scoops that ball up pretty easily. Good opportunity for the Royals, just a little off their mark.
Yeah, if she gets that ball through in perfectly the way Wallace wants it, she's able to tap that away to finish off her hat trick for the night.
Royals regain possession in the back. Izzy Johnson. Lydia Self back there. And that is Lydia Self getting possession and starting the counterattack for the Royals. Push up to Olivia Smith.
Just looking to create some space, seeing if she's able to get that pass off right there, but
Olivia Smith back with the ball.
they do lose it right there in the middle third, but still able to regain possession. Out to
Izzy
Wallace.
Wallace, a great move and a shot, and great defense by the Shamrocks as she's able to get a foot on that. That's number 23, Lauren Hamlet, with great defense against Izzy Wallace on that play.
Yeah, it looked like Wallace had her beat originally, and then she was just able to get back to the ball to force a deflection on it to at least even keep it in play and at least stop a Royals attack for just a few seconds.
Ball sent in by the Royals. A good opportunity here with the 2-on-1.
Falls to Smith.
And
it
a
tucks
goal.
under the keeper. Wow, that's good
Olivia
shot
Smith.
right there by Olivia Smith. As all she needed was just enough to get past the keeper, and she did a good job at least putting it away into the corner rather than just trying to hit as hard as she can at the goalkeeper. Makes it 4-1 for the Lady Royals on the night.
Like K-Peck said, that shot didn't have the most power on it, but that placement, she was just able to sneak it right under the hand of the Shamrock goalkeeper and give the Royals a huge advantage early in the second half.
Yeah, anytime you can come out within the first 5 minutes and get a goal back that you may have lost from earlier to push it back to that 3-goal lead that they thought they would have had going into the half before the Shamrocks had their goal off the corner, that's huge as it changes the entirety of the game now.
Emily Ellis, fortunately, just knocks that ball out of bounds. Not a big deal, though. Not in a bad position at all. Shamrocks will have a throw in here in the middle of the field. That back line with Lydia Self and Izzy Johnson.
So it's Bree Strauss and Bell Bankovic. That's arguably one of the best back lines I would say in the state. You've got 2 college commits as of late with Bree Strauss committed to Otterbein and Lydia Self committed to Northern Kentucky University. And then you just have stability with the wide backs in Johnson and Bankovic. It's arguably the best back line in the state, and I'm pretty sure Coach Davidson probably couldn't have asked for a better back line for this year, given that they're already #1 in state and among the best teams that even more than just the state, but even in the country.
Olivia Smith moves that ball up to Layla Brown. Layla Brown.
Brown looking, but.
And Maddie, unfortunately, just can't get there in time.
Yeah, keeper made a good play on it to at least keep it in front of her rather than let Maddie Belliver just get behind. She'll be able to play this one out of her hands rather than maybe let it out for a goal kicker or have another chance for the Royals.
Ball headed forward by Emily Ellis. Meredith Webster with the ball now. Pushes it out wide to Layla Brown. Layla Brown, a good first move. And unfortunately just can't get a good foot in it as Westfield will clear the ball.
Yeah, it looked like she was looking for Webster on the cross. Just couldn't find her in the middle. If she could, she was able to right there. Maybe Webster gets a chance for it. That'll be a Westfield throw-in their defensive third.
Let's go.
Into the goal for the Shamrocks, #1, Frankie Ispen.
It looked like the keeper may have gone down with an injury. Possibly could have been injured on when Maddie Belliver went into her on that play a couple minutes ago, as they'll now have to make a keeper switch. As they now bring in #1, Francesca Ibsen.
Throw in for the Shamrocks. Possession. Just kidding.
Still for the Shamrocks there, but decent enough job by Bree Strauss to just get rid of it as best as she could rather than maybe have it get behind her somehow for Westfield to possibly create an opportunity.
Bella Bankovic doing a good job of. And that ball is cleared out by the Royals. Like I was saying, Bella Bankovic doing a good job of holding Amaya Sprunger and not letting their turn on that previous play.
Chance there for a ball in from the Shamrocks, but again, easily cleared out. This backline's done a good job. At least the only one bad knock on them so far has just been the one goal let up off the corner kick, but other than that, this has been a very good performance so far by them.
Abby Jenkins with a punt to clear the ball out of our defensive third. So the Royals will try to attack after they gain possession.
Good recovery there by Bree Strauss, at least. Bankovic got beat there, but good recovery there by Strauss. Webster gets by one, looking to try and get past another, but Royals still keep possession.
Bella Bankovic to Izzy Wallace, Meredith Webster. Izzy Wallace up to Layla Brown. Layla Brown with some time and space. Good cross, and unfortunately,
it was a great ball to the back post, but they just couldn't get enough of a touch on it, but they'll still have a throw in here in the attacking third. Let's see what they can do off of this.
Bella Bankovic for the throw-in. Another Royals throw-in. Back to Bella Bankovic. She sends one into the box. Just over Layla Brown's head.
Still bouncing around, but looks like somehow still bouncing around. But Westfield's able to just get it out of the box somewhat, but it still will be another Royals throw-in.
Royals initially coming out doing a great job applying a lot of pressure on the Shamrock back line. Getting a couple really good looks, just unable to finish that one. And another great look for the Royals, because that shot is just wide right.
So we have number 41 checking in for the Shamrocks, number 41, Kirsten Cobb.
Into the game for the Shamrocks.
For Amaya
number
Sprunger.
41, Kirsten Cobb.
As Amaya comes off the field, you can see that she's really been working. She's really been kind of the main target for this Shamrock offense.
Yeah, she's been the focal point in the offense all night. As you can tell, they're just trying to get everything through her and create their chances out of everything she does. But with her off the field now, the Royals may be able to push forward a little bit more, knowing that the Shamrocks are going to lack possibly a bit of offense.
Royals will flip the field to Bella Bankovic, up to Meredith Webster, and Meredith Webster just barely doesn't get to it, as it'll be a Westfield throw-in. Through the legs of both Bella, and foul on the Royals.
Yeah,
a
it was
little
by
contact
Bankovic.
there.
She was holding the back of the Westfield player there, but
Oh, that's in play.
the referee was just waiting for possible advantage there for the Shamrocks, see if they could create an opportunity, but nothing came out of it, so he just went back to the free kick.
Izzy Wallace one-on-one on the outside, gets a good touch on it, and cleared out by the Shamrocks.
It'll be out for a Royals throw-in, as it looks like. Let's see if
Sub for the Royals.
yeah, referee finally signals for the substitution, but it'll be number
Into the game
24
for the
Emma
Royals,
Dalton
number 24,
checking in for number 20 Bree Strauss.
Bella Vankovic with the throw-in for the Royals. To Meredith Webster. Back to Bella. And Bella just sends one into the box,
Just trying to find somebody there. Looked like she was just aiming for Wallace, but she maybe could have thought that Belliver was checking in to maybe help receive there, but Royals still with an opportunity here. Johnson tried to find a cross, but it's going to be out for another Westfield goal kick.
Royals not getting around in the back with Emma Dalton and Bella Bankovic. Pushing it up to Meredith Webster. Meredith Webster unable to turn, but Bella Bankovic gets another foot on the ball. Just over Izzy's head. Layla Brown bodying, and a ball up the field.
As it looks like
Just unable to save it. It's
just out
going
of
to be
play.
a goal kick.
But decent chance there for the Royals to maybe create a cross it, as it looked like Belliver almost got to it, but it'll just be another goal kick.
Royals pushing it up that far side. Doing a good job of getting behind that back line. That cross just off the mark a little bit, right at the goalie. Easy scoop up as she tries to push back the other way. That punt a little short. Bella Bankovic doing a good job not letting her opponent turn.
Yeah, as
Emma Dalton.
Dalton's going to try and keep it in play here, as she does. And
Does a
finds
good
Webster
job
up
clearing
line.
that
Good
out.
work there as she did get beat originally, but she was able to keep it in play. She was able to win the ball back, keep it in play, and then also at least get somewhat upfield.
Ball is cleared out by Bella as Royals are kind of scrambling around in the back. Cleared out by Bella Bekovic.
So we have another sub checking in. It's going to be number 8, Chloe Ibsen, checking in for the Shamrocks.
Into the game for the Shamrocks, number 8, Chloe Ispen.
Let's go, Chloe. Come on, hey.
Royals throw in here.
Be interesting to see if they push for maybe another goal. We're 15 minutes in so far. They may push for at least one more before they see out the game. Whether that could come within the next 5 or 10 minutes. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Davidson's approach is, as Westfield almost gets a chance there, but it
Dangerous
looks
ball
like
by the Shamrocks.
Dalton's able to just clear it out, but Westfield still has somewhat possession.
Meredith Webster will get the ball. She tries to beat her man.
She gets by 1. Looking for options now as
Ooh,
tries to play the ball up line to Izzy Wallace, and it just takes a deflection off the defender.
I couldn't tell if Izzy Wallace just tripped up on herself there or if there was maybe a little contact. But either way, no foul was called, and it's Shamrock's throw-in.
So we have another substitution. Carissa Burdick, number 20 of Westfield, checks in for the Shamrocks for number 22, Kirsten Kratz.
Layla Brown doing a good job turning around, and that is up to Izzy
Shielding
Wallace
off.
as she's in the center of the field, shoots, and just can't get a good foot on it as that is crowd up by the Westfield goalkeeper.
Yeah, she kind of had a little bit of a miss hit there. If she was able to get a clean hit on that, she probably puts that in the back of the net to make it 5-1.
That's a huge missed opportunity for the Royals there in the middle of the field. Unfortunately, a little miss hit.
Yeah, you would think if Wallace puts that away, the Lady Royals are probably able to see out the game with about 24 minutes left with a 4-goal lead. They should be
Bella
able to,
Bekovic.
they would have been able to see the game out, but they'll still probably push for one more to make sure that they get that 4-goal lead.
Meredith Webster doing her best to maintain possession as she pushes the ball up to Izzy. Izzy switches the field. The Royals are setting up for an attack here as the ball is sent in and over the net.
Just overhit there from Johnson, but just bit too overhit there. I mean, if she slightly underhits that into the box, that's a decent chance, as the Royals had numbers in there with Brown and Wallace. As number 38, Amaya Sprunger, checks in again for number 19, Lauren McDonald for the Shamrocks.
And a little bit of contact there as the Royals will get the ball.
Looks like he called a handball, but see what they can do here is Lydia Self will be on the kick here. As that's not too far out to think about, maybe to where you could start thinking about a shot, or maybe a pass that could lead to a cross somewhere. But we'll see what they do off of this.
It looks like the Royals are going to send one in here. And that's a great ball. Izzy
Great
Wallace
ball, but
and another, and that
just
ball is
sailed
just
wide.
It's for Olivia Smith, just wide there with an excellent opportunity for the Royals.
Yeah, it looked like that was going in, and then just maybe hit a divot in the ground and just spun away, but could have easily been the goal for the Royals to at least clinch this game off.
They're great. I love listening to them. Did you see that girl?
This is Layla Brown bringing it up this near side, trying to make something happen. Izzy Wallace, one-on-one. Another defender comes. They swing the field.
Good ball out wide to Johnson for the cross.
Cross, and that shot
Just over.
just over for Johnson. She's had a couple looks from there. And I don't know if she's trying to squeak one in or if she's just kind of overhitting a cross, but she's had the opportunities from that side of the field.
I mean, she could probably tell from the first half. Bankovic had the one that just went off the crossbar. She's been looking for some of those shots earlier, as they'll maybe continue to look for those.
And that is a throw in for the Royals. Royals doing a good job maintaining pressure. That is Layla Brown outside to Meredith Webster. Meredith Webster sends one in, just kind of miss-hit.
I mean, she looked like it took a bit of a deflection off the defender there before she could get that ball into where she wanted to, as looks like they're going to call offsides on Izzy Wall. Says she was in an offsides position when that ball played and then came back into a regular position where she went to receive it.
And
looks like the keeper will take it. It'll be Ibsen for the kick.
Layla Brown loses the ball a little bit, but quickly won back by the Royals. Pushing up that far side of the field. Plays it back to Johnson. Johnson again, that long ball inside.
Long arcing ball. I mean, even with that ball arcing too far to the back post, it still almost gave the Royals another chance there for Webster to even hit another ball in.
Should be a Royals throw in.
As it, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Shamrocks throw in instead.
This line judge right here did point the flag towards the Royals, but I guess the main referee saw something else that he didn't, so that throw-in went for the Shamrocks as the Royals would try to gain possession again, and they do.
Fantastic move right there by Emma Dalton to just get past the defender, try and keep possession with the Royals, as they already know some of the players on the field know that they think that they've got this game won. They're just going to look to keep possession, create more chances, find better opportunities than just quick, simple shots. They're going to look for some of the better goals you might see. Quick room right there by Amaya Sprunger. Got past one, but it'll still be a Shamrocks throw-in the attacking third.
Royals clearing it out of their end of the field, their defensive third to the middle.
Somehow kept that in play. I thought that looked like that was going to sail out of bounds.
There's Layla Brown with the ball. She swings the field to Meredith with a ton of space.
It's a lot of space. You got
and a shot
Webster
from Meredith
with a
Webster
shot,
and just
almost
over the goal.
Just over. But Royals have substitutions here. Checking in number 5, Ella Wolf, number 6, Caitlin Wallace, and number 15, Ava Marcourt.
Number 15, Ava Marcourt.
As we break, a big thanks again to Sky Zone Fishers for their sponsorship of Southeastern Sports Network this year. Goal kick for the Shamrocks. Last touch by the Royals.
Yep, it'll do another Shamrocks throw-in, but Smith was a decent job there. Just keeping enough possession as Ellis is able to regain possession in the middle there.
Royals attacking once again. Good battle between Layla Brown there in the middle of the field. Pushed out wide, ball towards the middle, just not enough on it.
Yeah, just looking for that one-time cross out wide. Just couldn't find it.
Royals are doing a good job of switching fields and giving these backside players a lot of space to work with and push the ball up the field.
That was a great
Layla Brown. Just a little bit of a
Just
miss
couldn't
there.
find Ella Wolf right there on that far pass, but
And that ball is out of bounds.
just out of bounds there for the Shamrocks. They almost could have started a counterattack there, but it'll just be a throw-in for the Royals here up in midfield.
It's Izzy Wallace pushing the ball up the field. Possession won by the Shamrocks. Once again, we mention Amaya Sprunger's name. She's just doing everything she can to try to put the ball in the back of the net for the Shamrocks, but just stopped in her tracks by this extremely powerful Royals defense. And Emma Dalton lets one slip by her, but Lydia Self backing her up to Layla Brown. Layla Brown. That ball out wide to Kaylin Poston.
So we got a lot of substitutions here. Checking for the Royals, we've got number 2, Ashley Wilson, number 3, Ashlyn Freeman, number 17, Lauren Ellinger, and number 23, Bree Baker.
Number 23, Bree Baker.
Southeastern Sports Network is made possible this year by Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street. Check out their hours at skyzone.com/Fishers. And a good opportunity for the Royals. Better defense by the Shamrocks. So to yourself regains possession in the back. She has a wide open shot.
Wow, that's
and
a great shot by
almost went in.
Wolfez. It is just knocked out of play, but
Corner kick
Wilson
for the
almost got on
Royals.
the end of that there. Could have maybe created a second chance, but there'll still be another corner kick for the Royals.
The Royals here haven't been as successful as they'd probably like on corner kicks, but a great opportunity here to put this game away. Ball being sent into the box a little far. One more touch in. Couple volleys. Ball still in the
bouncing
box.
around.
A shot.
Almost
And a
got through
save.
there.
And the ball is cleared out by the Shamrocks.
Good try, ladies. Good job, one.
It's going to be another throw in here for the Royals.
'17, Lauren Ellinger there with the ball for a split second. A lot of people maybe normally not getting as much playing time or surely having some fun tonight as the Royals are able to sub some of these players in with their big lead.
Referee right there called playing on the ground. Referee will only call that in that scenario if he deems that it's going to be dangerous play, as he maybe thinks that if the opposing player could get severely injured, but that's the reason why he called it, and Wolf will stand
Ball in.
over it.
Ball in by Ella Wolf, and just wide and a little far, but a great opportunity for Ella Wolf there.
Meredith Webster will now check in for the Royals for number 22, Izzy Johnson.
Meredith Webster going back in. She's done a couple really great things, pushing the ball in transition, and a couple good shots that just unfortunately haven't fallen for her. That's Ashlyn.
Good defense
Regain
there by
possession.
Ashlyn Freeman. Just kind of close out a little bit right as the attacker made a bad touch, and take advantage right to steal the ball.
Come on, Ash.
Royals pushing that ball up to.
Looks like Caitlin Wallace.
And a ball in and a goal.
Wow.
Oh.
That didn't go in?
That
for
somehow
sure
did
thought that was
not
a
go in,
goal.
but it
I thought that went. I thought
That
that
definitely
went
looked
bar
like that
down,
went
but
in.
I guess not.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it hit the back of it hit the back post.
The fact that that didn't go in baffles me, or at least the fact that
Yeah.
they didn't call it going in baffles me.
Yeah, that fantastic ball right there by Wallace to get into Wilson. She clearly looked like she scored there, but it
Watch that one on tape, Mom.
looked like it definitely went in. But according to the assistant referee on the far side, it just did not get the entire ball to go over the line right there.
Ella Wolf pushing the ball up to Ashlyn Freeman. Ashlyn Freeman losing possession. Wolf.
Yes, Caitlin.
Caitlin. Fortunately, just some great defensive stops, but
Decent one-time ball, but Wilson probably should have known that she was playing as the high lone striker right there and had no support for a flick-on header that she attempted. But still not a terrible idea if you have someone running in, but she just didn't right there. As we'll have another substitution here for the Shamrocks. It's number 8, Chloe Ibsen.
throw in here for the Shamrocks after that substitution. Quickly won by the Royals as they switch fields.
Go Westfield, come on!
Royals looking pretty good here.
Looking
What
for
a
Wilson.
ball.
Just
Yeah.
can't get enough on it. It's going to go out for goal kick.
I don't know about that one, but
That one that maybe, I guess, when the Westfield player kicked out, maybe took a touch off of Ashley Wilson there, but
What? Yeah. Whoa.
great ball by Ella Wolf, though. Just unable to capitalize. Ashley Wilson, couple great opportunities tonight. She's playing really well. The ball goes
Schechter
back.
with the ball out wide to Webster.
Meredith Webster
Gets
one
by
good quick
one.
move. Pushes the ball up to Wilson. Wilson
Just
trying to
keeps
make
it in
something
play.
happen. And cleared by the Shamrocks.
There'll be a throw in for the Royals here.
Meredith Webster with the throw in. And once again, the ball is cleared out by the Shamrocks.
As it'll be another Royals throw in.
Royals, even though up 4-1, still applying a bunch of pressure on this Shamrock back line. And it's just one of the reasons why they're so dominant is they never stop attacking and they never kind of settle into a shape and just try to defend for the last 15 minutes or so.
Be interesting to see what the Shamrocks do here. See if they can just try and maybe get a flick on or something to create a small chance as they play it short to start off with.
Good job by Caitlin Wallace clearing the ball.
They got chested out right there, I think, by number 18, Allison Bullock. Just tried to keep it in play off of that, but just couldn't, as it'll be a throw in here for Ella Wolf.
And just a little bit of a mistouch there by Lauren Ellinger, as the Shamrocks now have the ball back in play. Just trying to make something happen here in the last bit of this game. Royals throw in. Ashlyn Freeman over Ashlyn Freeman's head.
Yeah, the defender there had hands into the back of Ashlyn Freeman, preventing her from keeping possession in any way, shape, or form right there. But Wolf will stand over on the free kick, seeing if they could create one more chance for one more goal.
Good ball by Wolf. Fortunately, no one there to get a body on it. So Shamrocks send the ball up to the middle of the field and try to counterattack off that free kick. Good move by Lauren Ellinger.
Just couldn't get enough of a pass right there. Out wide, but look at this, called a handball on the. Looks like they called a handball on the Royals right there.
Since Rob's back, we might have to go to Ale tonight as old time state. Just so
Ashlyn Freeman just can't quite get there.
Make sure if he needs a ride home, you get him home.
That's Wolf.
Out to
Quick.
Wallace, looking up line, looking for opportunities.
Ball in
Finds Wilson,
Back
but it's going to
post.
fall.
and just skied a
It's
little
gonna
bit.
be knocked. Yeah, it's just going to be hit over the bar.
About 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game. It's looking pretty
Looking like
solid
the
for the
will close out
Royals.
with a win here. Remain undefeated within the state, with their lone loss being to state runner-up last year in Kentucky.
Dalton back to Self. Back to Dalton. Up to Wolf. Wolf makes a good move. And it'll be a free kick for the Royals. Is Wolf will try to send another ball here into the box for a late chance for the Royals. Got a good hold of it. Ball's in the box, bouncing around. And that
Wilson
should be a
just
goal
couldn't
kick.
get enough of a clean touch on it, but it'll be another goal kick for the Shamrocks. They'll probably push to at least get one more, as we have 3.5 minutes left.
Royals are doing a good job of keeping the ball on their side of the field, not letting the Shamrocks really get any opportunities late in the game. Wolf will throw this ball in.
In other HCC action tonight, at halftime, Fishers 1, Brownsburg 0.
It's going to be a
Great defense
Shamrocks
by
throw in
Caitlin
here.
Wallace. And that ball is out of bounds. Royals throw in for Wolf. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Royals look to close it out for yet another win, and another conference win at that, making them 5-0 in the conference and 11-1 on the season. And another shot and another goal for the Lady Royals late in the game.
Yeah,
to put it away for Ashley Wilson.
Yeah, that ball skipped to the back post to Mark Horst. He was able to get that one-time ball into Wilson for an easy tap in front of the net, as that'll be Ashley Wilson's second goal on the night.
And the Royals just not giving the Shamrocks any breaks, as they just continue to push and continue to score goals, even with 2 minutes left in the game.
2 minutes. 2.
Shamrocks with maybe an opportunity here. Lydia Self clears the ball. Ashton Freeman is there as a miss hit by the Shamrocks. Give the Royals possession and another throw in here for Wallace. Apologies, Wolf. And Shamrocks really only have maybe one, maybe two opportunities really left in this game, if that, with only a minute and 30 seconds left. Knocking around the back.
Are you sure? Okay.
Shamrocks will just look to at least get a couple more chances before this game ends, but ball's going to end up in the hands of Shelby Schechter here.
1 minute left. Schechter will punt this ball towards the middle of the field. Wallace unable to gain possession, and Dalton doing a good job of not letting the Westfield player turn.
Good work right there by only going to win it back.
Wilson doing a good job maintaining possession for a little bit. Unfortunately gets to take it away. Not a big deal though, as the Royals will likely wind this one out for another victory.
Shout out to all the players who played tonight, even the ones on the bench. I mean,
10,
they have two
9,
injured in Madison
8,
Hoyda and Molly Harris.
7,
Both went
6,
all out for pink night
5,
with the pink
4,
sunglasses, dyed some their
3,
hamstrings pink.
2,
As
1.
Royals get a much decent victory.
The final score
I wouldn't say it
tonight
was
in the
much
Lady
needed, but
Royals Pink Paint
they
Game
still stay undefeated
is the Lady
within the
Royals
state,
5,
undefeated within
Westfield
conference,
Shamrocks
and provide another dominating
1.
win to showcase why they are the #1 team in the state of Indiana.
at Mount
As we
Vernon
close out our
at 7
broadcast with
p.m.
another girls soccer win, just want
The
to
next home
have a
game
quick word from our
is
sponsor.
Monday,
Southeastern
September
Sports Network is made
23rd
possible by Sky
at
Zone and
6
Fishers this year.
p.m. versus
Come in and
McCutcheon.
fly with them this fall.
Make sure you show
Sky
up,
Zone and
as that
Fishers
is
off
the Lady
121st
Royals
Street,
Senior Night.
reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. See you next time.
Good night.